It's on air live. Right, check, we are.
Okay, well, we're on BNN now.
We have 0 viewers.
Hello? Okay.
Talk to us, Susan.
I'm not. Even if the wind does blow. It's trying to find it. Okay, the hip. Yeah, the hypnotic. Okay, just trying to open it.
It says we're on live.
What's the screen over here where it says you?
No, that means we're up. If I had other people there. Well, we're going to treat as though we're on live. And so we are checking with our producer, our fearless producer, Susan Grimshaw, to see if we are indeed live. These things are not an exact science here.
Okay, we're on. We're a little out of focus, she says.
All right. Well, probably because she's trying to catch up with. How are we now?
Our faces are blurry. Okay.
Well, I don't know what to tell her, but I'll tell you what. I will use this.
Oh, in other words, we're dark because the sun is behind us? Okay.
Well, I've got a pretty good picture, but I can go over here.
Well, we've got a good picture, so Jeff says, but we'll just start. Yeah, there's like a 5. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's going to be warm enough out here.
Oh, well, you know what? TV, you don't feel it.
Paul, this is Jeff. Jeff,
Hey,
this is Paul.
How are you, Jeff Grimshaw?
Have you ever heard of iBerkshire?
Yes, of course.
This is the jet.
Oh, very good. I love that. I love what you guys do.
This is the jet.
So we're have our own little service here. BNN.
Okay. We're gonna.
Nice.
Are we ready to pick
Bennington
out?
News Network. I'm going to call Susan now.
All right. All right. Okay, Jeff is gonna.
Come on. Watch this.
Yeah, we're gonna have that for a wonderful background.
Oh my God.
What's
I
that?
didn't know they put in sound.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, at least
So
I'm
how
wearing
you-
my green today,
How
right?
you been, Paul? Usually I see you on the West End. Usually around car. Yes.
Sorry about your uncle there. Sorry to hear
Well,
about him.
that's okay. Typical. Like,
How old was he?
Early 70s.
Oh, that's not good.
No, but still no. I mean, he spent quite a bit. He's in California, and now they're trying to, live you up to their ashes.
Oh, good Lord. This is, so you're going to have some up here?
Right. Well, his process.
Oh, nice.
So,
Nice.
it rather California honors that.
Well, that's another thing.
Right. So,
Hi.
my other cousin is.
All right, what's happening? All right. Well, it's 12:29. I'm going to start up in about a minute, but I'm going to be on you with you constantly.
Oh, did you really? Oh, my God. What was it on?
His experience.
All right. Stand by for 12:30. As soon as it clicks over to 12:30, I am going to. Here we go. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. All right. You are looking live at downtown Bennington here on St. Patrick's Day, Bennington style. It's really the 22nd.
Just a week behind.
And here. With me is my co-anchor, Sam Restino.
Good morning, or afternoon. I'm sure we're used to saying good morning, good afternoon. We don't know what day it is, but it is a Sunday. A wonderful, breezy, cold, sunny Sunday. Yes.
No. I have my producer here in my ear. Nope, I only want you on the whole time. Here we go. We are ready to present live, continuous coverage of the St. Patrick's Day Parade here in Bennington. Sam, if you just step away, I'll set the scene. Behind me is sorts of we have all sorts of floats, and we have a bagpiper. And Sam, if you hand me, there's a piece of paper there with the whole parade. There's two of those, and we'll start taking people through. We'll start taking people. Here you go, Sam. Here's one for you. We'll start taking people through. What's going to happen. We're about a half an hour from the parade starting. Probably not about another 10 minutes of getting to here at Four Corners here in Bennington. Okay, I'm going to hand it over to Sam, and Sam's going to tell you about the history of the parade. Sam.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. As you know, this has always been a town-wide event between Hoosick Falls, New York, and Bennington. And as you know, it's TJ Carmody's. TJ had a wonderful restaurant located here on Main Street. And sadly say he's sadly missed. He had to close his restaurant a few years ago. But the conversation started some 20 years ago over in Hoosick Falls. I guess back in the day, in the 1800s, they did have a St. Patrick's Day parade, and it ended in 1950. Well, I guess between the conversation of reconjugated the parade. They did it over in Hoosick Falls, and after Hoosick Falls kicked in, TJ decided, well, let's bring it here in Bennington. So that's why we're a week behind. Normally the first week, which is St. Patrick's Day, is Hoosick Falls, and the following week, which is today, is Bennington's turn. So we get a double shot. And in that motive, there's kegs and eggs that is taking place. It's still going on, or has passed, or whatever, down at JC's, which original railroad station, and that has a story in its history. It did start at JC's. JC's closed a bit for a time. There was a place at Doug's on Main Street, which took over Kegs and Eggs, and this is all for the Bennington County Coalition for the Homeless, which is going on. It's a fundraiser. $10 gets you in. You get a wonderful breakfast and events going on, good music, good camaraderie, and that has, I think, passed right now. Doug's closed, sad to say, and being the tradition for Kegs and Eggs, they had to find a home. So they sorry about that. They found a new home back at JC's again. So the owners are graciously kind enough to continue on with this wonderful fundraising event, and they own the business here in Bennington, but they reside in Boston. So this is what I like about our borders, our New York State borders, our Bennington borders. We're doing this today.
All right, Sam, thanks for that history lesson. Here's what's happening. It's about 12:35, about 25 minutes until parade kickoff. JC's Taverns and JC's Tavern, Sam said they're doing Kegs and Eggs, so they're one of the proud sponsors of this event here. We've got Stevens Auto Dealership, and they're the fine folks who bring you Jeep and so forth. In fact, they brought my Jeep Liberty back to life. It was its death throes, its engine, and they did a fine job. Mount Anthony Stone and Tree Service, they are another proud sponsor. And Evans News, which is just about a block and a half down this way. Great gifts, Vermont-centric, business supplies, things of that order. good people. Give them a visit. Our Intercast is brought to you by Maple Mania. Maple Mania is the Bennington's newest event. It's coming up next month, April 25th and 26th. Here. Don't know about our coverage of that because we're organizing it, so I don't know if we can do 8 things at once. Vermont Tiny Kitchen, which you can get at the Bennington Farmers Market, such. They're another one of our fine sponsors. You can also like them on Facebook, and right here on Facebook, facebook.com/Vermont Tiny Kitchen. And last but not least, Sam the Repairman. Sam, talk about Sam the Repairman.
Oh, it's through social media, as you know. There's a niche for repair work, and to get it done correctly, I mean, there's a lot of repair work that happened this past winter. Electrician became plumber. A lot of frozen pipes, as you know, trailer-wise, and people are in dire straits of needing water. So there's many tradesmen that are out there, including myself. I'm out there to service the general public to get you back online with water. It's a very bad experience to have in a cold winter for a week or two without water. So that was one of my biggest projects. As you know, weather's trying to break. Of course, not today. We got about a temperature of 18 degrees with a wind gust of about 20, which brings to wind chill about 7 above. That beats below. Quite a few busy roofers out there as well. One of our fire trucks going by, our Bennington Rural Fire Department. Another one's probably going by as well. Behind me, they are getting ready to stage. We're going at 20 before 1 o'clock kicks in, and they will be staging and getting the lineup ready. And before you know it, the parade will be right in front of us. Very good, Jim.
Well, very good, Sam. Let's talk about some other people who are participating and contributing to this annual event. The Bennington very much involved. The Bennington Rural Fire Department, and of course they are without the late Tim Hunt, who passed about 3 weeks ago. We'd like to remember him on this day. I know Sam's going to talk in a couple minutes about a couple other people we'd like to remember who are no longer with us. The Bennington Rescue Squad, they're involved. The Mount Anthony High School and CDC faculty, they're involved. And the parade crew is Tracy Schwartz and Patty Surdam. Thank you to all. And of course, John Shanahan, he organized this event under the auspices of the Better Bennington Corporation. They're there every year doing all the work behind the scenes. I said, you know, it's a little brisk out here. It's the wind's kicking up. It's about 20 degrees. Wind's coming up at about 20, gusting up to about 25.
For those of you that live on the West End, you know what we're talking about. I mean, it could be doing nothing here in downtown Bennington, but out on the West End, it's a howling. So yes, we're dealing with that west wind, but the sun is out. People are starting to stage as they're starting to walk down on Main Street, starting to get a good location, and the parade is starting to line up soon.
All right, let's set the stage for you as with some of the things you're going to be seeing today. You're going to be seeing the Bennington Rescue Squad. They're going to have a gang marching in the parade. We have a bagpiper. I'm not sure if it's a bagpiper or bagpipers. We will find out as that person or people march. And we have a Grand Marshal with us, and we're very proud and honored to have that person. Sam, why don't you talk about the Grand Marshal just for a
Yes,
moment?
Kevin Lynch, very well known. I mean, his name says it all. They've got a very fine restaurant pub in downtown North Bennington called Kevin's, along with his wife, Lindy, and just a overall caring guy. He'll walk in the door in more than 5 minutes and walk. As you know, Kevin had a bout with cancer. He's rounding back, and sad to say that his wife, Lynch, is dealing with cancer as well. She's rebounding back He's our
Sam,
Grand
I
Marshal
want to
today.
break in just for a second because we have breaking news. We have one of the Bennington dignitary here with us. So Sam,
Where?
I'm gonna just
Okay.
see if you step out for a sec. Jim Carroll, come on over here. Jim, we're live on YouTube.
Morning.
Hello,
Good
Jim
afternoon.
Carroll, select board member.
Good
Jim
afternoon.
Carroll, newly re-elected. Jim, welcome to the parade.
Thank
Jim, show everyone what you've got.
This is my grandfather's Irish blackthorn walking stick, and I brought it out for the parade. It's older than you and I combined.
And what county was your grandfather from?
He was from County Limerick in a little town called Askeaton, Askeaton.
I have indeed been through County Limerick. My little town in County Limerick, and what happened was we got not trapped, but we found ourselves behind an official old-style walking Irish funeral, and we followed that. We didn't know what the protocol was. I didn't want to zoom around, and I didn't want to offend anyone. We spent about 30 minutes walking, idling behind them, and then finally, because we had been up all night, I just said, "Oh, you know what? Let's go around." So people seemed to understand. We were reverent as long as we could be.
Very nice.
Right. Any
Well, on this
thoughts on
corner,
that?
generally speaking, we'll see the regular politicals. Certainly at Timmy Corcoran. We're live. We'd see him very shortly. We'll see Mary Morrissey and Brian Campion and the other. See the vast array of the Irish lineage that decided to settle here in Bennington.
Very good. Well, people are starting to assemble here. Look who's just joined the party.
That's not why I'm here.
She's not going to go on camera, but with us is the fabulous Mike Williams, proprietor of Cake Gallery, which is just to the side of us.
No.
What?
I just want you to hold this just for a couple hours.
I'm supposed to hold this. It looks like a walking stick.
It is a traditional Irish walking stick.
Tradition. Get over here just for a sec.
Okay,
Just for a sec. Right. Step in. Step in. You ever see The Quiet Man? And at the end they give John Wayne a stick and they say, this is politically incorrect. Here's a fine stick for beating the pretty lady. All right. With that being said, can't do that anymore.
No, you can't.
All
As she
right.
steps away from
But-
the stick.
Yeah. I guess I'm holding the stick. All right.
Here, no, do you know how to hold a walking stick? Here you go.
No, I don't.
There you go. Hang on.
All right.
There you go.
Here's how I hold. I'm
This is
holding
how
it
you
like this.
stabilize when you're drinking.
Keeps you stable
Your
while you're
third leg.
drinking. When a point in the about 15 minutes away from the parade starting. What will happen is behind me, they're assembling at the Catamount, the old middle school, and then they will go right past here to Depot Street, and they'll make their way finally to the termination point, which will be at JC's. I got a walking stick. Wonder what happens if I walk away with this. How many lawsuits I will find myself. All right, a couple of other things. Sam, you can just jump in here. We'll just, oops, all right. Well, go this
You
way.
like to this side. I won't fight you.
Talk about some of the other things that we're going to see.
Oh, what else? Where we leave off here? We've got Girl Scouts. Girl Scouts are going to be.
Girl Scouts. Those are the Pownell Girl Scouts.
We've got Relay for Life, which is another big. Correct at Mount Anthony Union High School
Speak out. Gotta hear you.
racetrack that they're doing a Relay for Life. We're going to have people walking in the parade for that. What else we've got here? We've got VNA and Hospice of Southwestern Vermont. Bennington Rugby. That should be interesting. I imagine probably they'd be kicking the ball back and forth. The whirling twirlers, they're always good to watch and see as they're twirling batons and stuff.
I have seen the whirling twirlers, and let me tell you, there's no false advertising.
Cancer Center Community Crusaders, a wonderful group of people. There are numerous teams that outshine each other. They try different events. They even had last month the Elks Club. They even had a cabin fever dance. That was a very good turnout for a fundraiser. They will be in the parade today. Walking. What else we got? Oh, the Mount Anthony Union High School dance team. There's another good exhibition that you should be watching for, and we'll be doing commentary on that as well when they pass by.
Colleen.
I asked that question this morning.
Colleen is apparently is Gaelic, which is the ancient language of Ireland, for queens. They have selected a number of queens from the Mount Anthony Union High School senior class. I believe they're all seniors. Let me tell you about some of them. There's Amber O'Brien. There's Siobhan Crozier. There's Megan McKenna. And there's Bridget. I'll get her name. I'm sorry, Bridget Evans.
Yes.
We were not given the, hang on, I just got to hold our camera position here. Our producer, my lovely wife and producer, Susan Grimshaw, says, I want to be a queen. Honey, you'll always be my queen. So, let me just read a couple of these. Are very distinguished young women here, and I just want to read to you about them. I could do it as they were going by, but we might get caught in a mishmash. So, Amber of America. Stan, I'm gonna have to hold this stick here.
I know you're doing pretty well with that, Pete.
Let's see. She's the president of the Future Business Leaders of America Club, a member of DECA. Anyone know what DECA is? It used to be a record label way back when, but the DECA. I assume it's an honorary society. I'm sorry, it's a society which prepares emerging leaders and entrepreneurs in marketing, finance, and she also serves in the Red Cross Club. Blood pressure and things like that. Amber is, she's had an above grade average all the way through middle school and high school. Amber is also a tri-honor athlete. She plays varsity soccer. She manages the varsity girls basketball team and is a participant on the varsity golf team. Amber has applied to and has been accepted at 5 colleges, all of them in the Boston area. With the majority offering her substantial. Believe me, that's fabulous because we need a lot more fashion in this world. Let's talk about Siobhan Crozier. I know Siobhan very well from my work at her at Quantum Leap. She's a Mount Anthony Union High School senior. She works as an academic tutor with the Quantum Leap exhibit program. She's a staff member of the Bridges Summer Transitional Program. She's participated in Dollars for Scholars and a lot of other community service. Her newest interest is in film production. She was involved with the Fox News piece, the retort, where Fox News was effectively demolished. Siobhan is big into mosaics, as is the whole Quantum Leap exhibit program, and much of her work can be seen at Fiddlehead, which is right over here, right across the street from our position. And the wind has come up again. Now, Siobhan has decided that she wants to go to college here close to home. She will be doing her first 2 years at CCV. Let's hope she takes IT. I have the honor of teaching there. I teach internet marketing and media. At CCV, she hopes to go to Bennington College, major in drama and education, to become in the area of theater. Third that we have information on is Megan McKenna. She is also a senior at MAUHS. Pardon me. She has been a Girl Scout for 12 years and was recently selected as a delegate to represent the Vermont and New Hampshire Council at the National Convention in Utah. Megan has earned the Girl Scouts Bronze, Silver, and Gold awards, gold being the highest that one can earn. She has volunteered at the Sacred Heart St. Francis Food Pantry, the Veterans Home. She's working with the Elks. She also took first place at the DECA State Convention held in Burlington last month and will soon be competing at the National Convention. Ultimate goal. This is fabulous. She wants to be a state trooper.
Good for her.
Fabulous. We love all of that stuff. We do not have information, regrettably. We were not passed along information on the fourth Colleen, and that is Bridget Evans. And we want to, if anyone can get us that information, we will be happy to pass that on. But we know that she has done a lot to honor and distinguish herself. You don't get selected as a Colleen unless you do that. So best of luck to everyone. Congratulations to them all.
And I guess these
Go ahead, Sam.
I guess these young ladies were at the Eggs and Eggs. I don't know if people got to converse with these. Didn't, so be it. But these are fine, studious, aggressive ladies to know what they want and get out of life. And we wish them well.
Okay, Sam, if you look behind you, you will see some lights, and we don't hear any sirens or anything. But I think that is the head end of the parade. If I were a betting man,
Yeah, it looks like it.
you got to talk this way, Sam, into the mic.
Slowly working their way down. You really can't see in the camera angle, but they are starting a little bit early, coming down fourth.
Here's what we're going to do. This is going to be our order of business. What we will do is we will kind of introduce and tell you who is there. We will then step aside, let you see as that particular. And then we'll step back in. We'll describe who's coming up next or who's going by. We'll step out and we'll rinse, lather, and repeat. All right. Colorado, there are Girl Scout cookies for sale, and you heard it here first on BNN. So also with us the previous Grand Marshals. Talk about that for a moment.
Oh God, the previous Grand Marshals, there were quite a few of them. Off the top of my head, I think I can't even remember.
Michael Keane? Michael Keane?
Yes, Michael Keane was a past Grand Marshal, and of course he's part of our select board member. Tim Corcoran, 2 years ago, was a Grand Marshal, and of course, naturally, he passed on. And we're going to be honoring him with this parade today and thoughts. And while speaking of honoring people, as you know, Tim Hunt passed away as well. Mr. Bennington, he caught Bennington on some that he has never seen, probably some that we have never seen. So he passed in the later part of February. We're just going to honor him with this parade today as well. I'm quite sure down the line there'll be other honors. And also in April in 2000, a very well classmate of mine, Eric pilot, 12nd, April 3rd is close enough. Usually on this date, honoring Eric at the Four Corners. So we miss you, Eric, and we miss you, Tim, and we miss you, Tim Hunt as well. So. I think the other Grand Marshals were, I can't think of Grand Marshals.
Well, of course, there's TJ Carmody, but he is not in here. We understand that he is in Florida. You know, his property here has recently moved. It has been purchased by Matt Madison of Madison's Brewery. There will be opening, I'm told. They're going through the machinations of deciding how genre Lynn coming in now.
Oh yeah.
So more on that as it develops. Right next to our position is Bennington's finest. Moving to direct the seems to duck a little back there. I think they're just getting ready to really start to move out.
They're just staging. Right?
And I'm told they're staging right now. From when they actually move to when they be here, I would say 5 or 6 minutes. So
we've got officers out here at the four corners holding up traffic.
Sam, if you're gonna be in, you're gonna be in.
Okay, sorry.
All right.
Officers directing traffic here before the parade comes in, so they have taken over the traffic light. They're not honoring the traffic light. They're getting direction from our, as you can see, from our finest police department directing traffic.
Yeah. Let me talk about it. In the background, you may hear a pinging sound. We're not in a submarine. It's going ping. It's a traffic light. It's a traffic control box here on the post behind us. There's the city shut that down for the parade, so you're going to hear it, and we all with that. So once again, if you are coming in, a little late, my name is Jeff Grimshaw. With me is Sam. Sam.
Yes.
Had a bout with.
Yes.
His wife, who's an absolute making life bearable for him, and Kevin no sooner got well than Lindy was hit by Big C, and she was hit in a big way. She is still waging the battle, and we expect to see Lindy back on the streets here very, very soon.
I'm sure that they're pretty tough ladies.
Oh, Lindy's yeah. You don't want to be. Lindy is tough. You don't want to be.
So is Kevin.
Yeah, and Lindy is a vital part of the community. She's the one who has put Garlic Fest together. She, along with Brenda Jones and a couple of other people, but they are the heart and the soul of really a lot of the events here that happen in Bennington, and this town would be very poor without them.
Yep.
Lindy and
Great
Kevin.
direction with our chamber.
And I only take umbrage. He's a huge Packers fan. I am a New York Football Giants fan, and but we managed to coexist.
Oh, he's big in sports. If you want a sports bar, you haven't gone to this place. This is the mecca to go to, which is in North Bennington, Vermont.
All right, let's mention again some of the good people who have sponsored this parade. There's JC's Tavern. They just had the Kegs and Eggs event there. I think they will be reconvening there after the parade. So if you want to have some fun, hoist 1 or 2, drink responsibly, head on over to JC's after the parade. Stevens Auto Dealership, the first name in Jeeps here in southern Vermont. I mentioned I not only have 1 Jeep, I have 2. And I've been a Jeep man since 1989. I think I'll be a Jeep man for the rest of my life. Mount Anthony Stone and Tree Service. Sam, what do you know about them?
I don't know of them too much. They're a relatively new name. Maybe they've been around, they've changed their name or not, but I guess they're right here focused in Bennington. That needs to be repaired. Look these folks up. I'm quite sure they can help you out with your stone and landscaping.
All right, and finally, the parade is sponsored by Evans News, and Evans has been here 1870, I think, something, absolutely astonishing like that. We now have some crowds starting to assemble here, so that's always nice to see.
A lot of pedestrian traffic.
If you want things that are Vermont-centric, maple syrups, mugs, teddy bears, even stationery supplies, Evans has them. And I know the people there, they're great people, and stop by and see them. They're right here on Main Street. We are sponsored here by Maple Mania, the newest event here in Bennington, happening April 25th and 26th,
next month.
right here in downtown Bennington at Merchants Park and all throughout town. We've got a lot of great stuff, exciting things to announce with that. Maybe we can even talk a bit about that, because we're in an event. Maple Mania will be the next event here. Sam, vendors are lining up.
Yes, they are.
They are lining up. We've got over 35 who have committed to the event, and up the Bennington Catamount Rotary will be staging a pancake breakfast.
At the First Baptist Church.
Nah, check that. That will be at St. Peter's.
Oh, sorry.
And that will be from 8 a.m. through 12 noon on the 25th. That will be the kickoff event on both days. Maple Mania will commence from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We hope to have an evening event on Saturday. We hope to have that wrapped up by the end of the week. It sounds like a lot of fun. We have an art exhibit that's going to be working throughout Maple Mania on a mosaic. They do wonderful mosaic work. A lot of it's available at Fiddlehead, and they're going to be doing something, a big Maple-centric kind of mosaic, and they're going to be doing it live right in the center of all activity, which is going to be at Merchants Park. We have a couple of bands lined up. We're going to have a pancake eating contest. I think that's Sunday at 2 p.m. The big finish. We already have one entrant. Ever pancake eating winner here in Bennington, and so we're going to get all that started.
That's right. This is our first
sorts.
year.
All sorts. It's our first year. You know, Garlic Fest started out small. Maple Mania will start out small, but you know, we think it's going to grow in the years to come. We're starting to get inquiries from all of the many of the sugar houses, maple houses here. So we're looking forward to just a really, really fun event. We see behind us the parade is still staging. It is now 1:02. That parade should be kicking off any time now. And if you're not familiar to these parts of Bennington, let me just tell you. Toward New Hampshire, if you keep going that way on Route 9. If you go this way, you're going to go into Massachusetts in about 3 or 4 miles. And if you go this way, you go to New York in about 3 or 4 miles. So, you know, Bennington stands right on that precious real estate where New York, Massachusetts, and Vermont all meet.
The crossroads of 7 and 9.
The crossroads of Route 7 and Route 9.
Now, when you say Route 7, you've got to make sure what Route 7 you're talking about, whether it's New York Route 7, Vermont Route 7, or Massachusetts Route 7. So you have to really be decisive of what Route 7 you're talking about.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm barely 2 years here, and I'm still trying to figure all that out. When people say, well, we're on Route 7, I say, what Route 7?
What's confusing is when you go west, Route 9 at the border changes to New York Route 7. So that is a little confusing right there.
All right. Ski country with Stratton, Bromley, Okemo, and if you, Killington, and this way, as I told you before, this way goes to Mount Snow. This way south will get you to Jiminy Peak. So we're right in the middle of ski country, and this is a great place to stage.
I guess it was a good year for skiing, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
It was an excellent year for skiing.
You instructed a little bit up at Mount Snow for.
I did. I
skiing.
put in my second year at Mount Snow. Had to retire about 3/4 of the way through the season not because I got hurt, not because I couldn't do it. I just ran out of time. As we started BNN, I just ran out of time. My lifelong dreams in life, being a television producer and a television executive, check. Ski instructor. I'm going to give it the old try.
And they're still skiing. And here we are in March, middle part of March, and there's still plenty of.
Oh, they'll
skiing.
go until early, probably mid-April up in the Green Mountains. Again, they have a lot more snow than we do here. You can actually see some of the snow.
Oh, we're getting closer, Jeff.
Up there. Yeah, the parade has started. So if you look down the street, Sam backs out.
Yep.
We look down the street. We see the head end of the parade, and they should be here in a matter of just a couple of minutes.
At least 5 minutes.
Hold on to our camera position here.
Leading the parade is our Bennington finest, our Bennington Police Department.
The BPD, the Bennington Police Department, and boy, have they done a good job. As a matter of fact, we hope to have a report in the coming weeks with the chief of police, and that we're going to ask him. The central question we're trying to get answered is: has there been a statistically significant fall in the amount of opiate with the opiate problem here that the New York Times wrote about, exaggerated about a year ago, but this town has really cracked down on it. It's not where you want to be, because these guys will jump on you, and they'll jump on you fast. Am I hearing music, Sam?
No, that's just our voice.
Okay.
Behind it. We've got a crosswalk here. It enunciates when to cross, when not to cross. So
Just going to move this position here just a little. There we go. That's what I want.
It's something beyond,
I like that better.
beyond our control. So do I. At least
I like
it's right
that
in
view
between
better,
both
because
of us.
people come right into our face. And, the charge in the parade. They'll start to direct traffic away from here. It looks like the rescue squad, the Bennington Rescue Squad, is leading the
Our lead vehicle says fire on it. The vehicles look so similar. Most of the vehicles do look like our police department. That's led by our fire department. Our chief. Followed behind them is our Bennington Rescue Squad. They were formed in 1963 here in Bennington. Just 2 rigs, and they have grown to an exceptional big building, and they do serve other locations, New York. They do a lot of transport to Dartmouth and beyond, and we've got a lot of dedicated members in our rescue squad.
Sam, I want to report. If you look, I'm going to step out, and if you look around, you can see the crowds are starting to get a very decent.
Oh, it's a mecca.
Way over. Way over. They're about 3 deep behind me, and as this parade starts to really we start to get into the swing here.
And here's the second rig that's coming through with our rescue squad.
Take that, Sam. I talk in here.
Yep, that's our second cube rig that's coming through with our rescue squad. And of course, naturally, it's not all their equipment, because they have to still be on standby to support Bennington and surrounding area if a certain incident does exist. And you might hear sirens go by because they're on 24/7. Behind them is a gentleman, I believe, playing bagpipes. Kudos to him, and that's cold with this wind coming through.
Let me just kind of shift over. I'm just going to kind of be here on the side. Let's see if we can catch the sounds. Let's see if we can catch the sounds.
Oh, that's Lindy. Kevin.
Yes, there's a Grand Marshal. That's Kevin. Right behind the
Grand
bagpipers,
Marshal.
Kevin Lynch.
Walking the parade route.
There he goes.
Hey, Kevin.
The man who we can't.
Hey.
There he is. That's awesome. The man who, a year ago, they didn't know how it was going to be, and he's now the parade route.
Good for
Boy,
him.
what a story. What a great story.
Good for him. And we got a float from Kevin's.
We have a Kevin's float. Kevin's has been a vital part of this community. I cite them. They're right in getting out into the community. They're active in social media. They're reaping the rewards of really doing business well here in Bennington and North Bennington, where they're located.
And great live local entertainment on Fridays and Saturday nights.
All right, as that float goes by, we now have a break. A break in the action. Don't know by. So and we will fill, Sam, until then. Oh, here's my walking stick.
Yep.
In case you weren't here before. This is on loan. This is from the Cape Gallery, Michael Williams. Cape Gallery is right to the left, camera left of us. They opened about
Hi, how you doing?
about six months ago. They were born from the Bennington Farmers Market, incubated there, and Micah has just done a tremendous job at putting a new thing here. We have an interview right now.
You know this. Want to get in the camera a little
Sure,
bit?
right,
How
okay,
are you doing?
yes.
Jay,
Good, thank
as
you.
you know, we've had quite a few changeovers with our bookstore
Yes,
on Main Street. And you were very much part of that with your
I
family.
was. Yes.
Care to elaborate? I know
Yeah,
you've
we
been.
originally purchased the bookstore in May 1st, 1972.
Good many years.
And we sold it to Rick and Ellen Havlack in November
Uh-huh.
of 1979. And they very glad to see that they're able to have somebody else take it over.
Yes, and I guess Vermont Public Radio did the story with
Yeah,
the three of you.
they did, yes.
Between you and the Havlicks and the new owners, or I guess
Right.
from North Carolina. I
That's
think.
correct.
Yeah,
West
okay.
Vermont and North Carolina.
So we welcome them very much for coming in here and supporting the bookstore. Still continues on.
Okay,
So,
Sam.
Nice talking with you.
Okay,
Didn't mean to
thank
pull you off the
That's
street.
all right. I
but
wanted to just say hello to Kevin.
Good.
Right.
Thank you again. Okay, the parade is.
I'm going to push Sam
You
out.
got your shillelagh?
I do have my walking
Ah, I
stick.
could
We
have
have-
brought mine. I've got a real one. That's the real deal.
Let's bring the whole Crozier clan in here.
Sure, we got a pile of us
The
over here.
real
We're either
unsung
Croziers or
heroes.
pseudo Croziers.
The real unsung heroes of
Hey,
Bennington.
we're all on the screen. Look at Smile, lad.
Hi.
That's nice. North
All the
Carolina
Croziers.
Tar Heel
Are these the
representing
ladies?
over
Are
here
these
for
the
the NCAA
Colleens that are
tournament.
coming up? Jeff,
Yes, it looks. Are these the Colleens coming
looks
up?
like it.
All right,
It looks like it.
all right. Let me just duck in here for a second. We've got the. Evans, Amber O'Brien, and Megan McKenna.
And they are walking the parade.
Four beautiful young ladies, not just on the outside, but on the inside because of everything that they do.
Behind them,
How
we
much they
have-
give back to the community.
Behind them, we have Stevens Jeeps. that are coming
There
through.
comes the fleet of Stevens Jeeps.
Nice, clean white vehicles. They haven't been mudding yet.
All right. And behind that looks like another. Not sure. All I know is I have me walking stick.
I guess it's the bright red Stevens Jeep.
I believe we're still looking at another Stevens vehicle. Again, they are proud sponsors, one of the proud sponsors of this event. And if you don't believe me, then you'll be dealing with me walking stick. Oh boy, I'm going to be talking like that all the time.
You getting a touch of the Irish.
But I'm getting a touch. You know, well,
It's like the old commercial, Irish Spring
with the-
deodorant and soap, right?
yeah, manly, yes, but I like it too.
Cool.
Now here's the thing. My heritage is pretty solidly English with a little French thrown in, but my mother's maiden name's Pattison, and that's Scott Irish, so that allows me to at least not get mugged out here today, and be strung up as a terrible.
Coming into camera view here.
All right, this is all about cancer
Cancer.
survivors and how they're celebrating life. So this is really, really good stuff. These are people who have taken on Big C and have, like I hit him over the head with the stick. You know, they took Big C and they took Big C to task, and they're the real heroes. You know, it's easy to say that, but to live through that, and that's exactly what they've done. They are moving forward. A procession behind. Who do we have now, Sammy?
Really
I believe these are the Pownell Girl Scouts behind us.
it looks like it.
All the way from Pownell March in this here parade.
Tis the week, month for Girl Scout cookies. March 12th was Girl Scout Sunday.
And talking about unsung heroes, talking about angels, The VNA hospice group is now marching behind us, and anyone who's had to deal with the end of life with a relative, you know, these people are living, breathing angels. I'm just going to step aside and let them march. And right behind that, there's the...
Oh yes, they're playing a little game of rugby out in this wonderful windy weather out of the main street. Jeff, I think I'm.
That is Bennington Rugby, everybody. Bennington Rugby, okay? And they look to be, I wouldn't want to meet them in a dark alley. They look to be very stout fellows.
We have the gracious twirlers coming up next. Twirlers.
All right, twirlers. You got the whirler twirlers. I'm going to step aside, have a look at the whirler twirlers. Sam, watch it.
Yep. Cancer group finding according to numerous I mentioned for this group for the fight of cancer.
Again, this parade is just chock full of heroes, people who put it out there, and people in need, and we love what's happening. back.
Are we back?
We're back. Well,
A little bit. Website.
the town Wi-Fi went out on us. We have come back. I'm not sure you missed a ton of stuff, but right now both the Bennington Fire Department and the Bennington Rural Fire Department have gone by. And Sam, your thoughts? You're a fireman guy.
I am a fire. Oh, I got nephews in the fire department. I mean, I'm an electrician by trade. It's all a matter of safety, though. But we really got a dedicated fire department, both Bennington and the Bennington Rural. That's out there. They invested a lot of equipment, training, endless training. When the chips are down and a call comes in, there's nothing that'll stop them to go and respond to a call.
Push out for a second while we see the fire coming through. Actually, I'm going to just step this way because we are now seeing
The last day of the
the
parade.
last of the parade. This is a very short parade. It's short. It's succinct. There's a lot of good stuff. Well, it's nothing to my producer. Right. So here it is. This is the conclusion of the parade. So Sam and I have enjoyed very much bringing you this event, this annual event. Remember, the next big event here it's going to be fun. Bennington is going to be transformed into the sweetest town in America. If you love maple, if you love and it's
Come on
maple and a
down.
lot more, get to Bennington. Put it on your calendar. There's plenty of room space here. We do have a hotel that is going to give you great rates. That's the Paradise Inn. They are the official hotel of Maple Mania. And we will see you then. BNN, we will have a lot of other events for you. We have some interviews lined up. We have some exclusives. So stay with us.
And traffic is open.
Okay, traffic is open. And we will see you real soon. This is Jeff Grimshaw
And Sam Restino.
reporting. And we'll
BNN.
see you again soon.